I'm at a very unusual road cut just outside of Helper, Utah. And why this road cut is so unusual is that when they built this road, they removed a section of hill here that exposed an ancient coal seam fire. This particular, I've looked it up on the internet, this particular site happened during the late Cretaceous era, approximately 84 million years ago. And you can, this is a sedimentary, this was originally a sedimentary type deposit. You can see the bedding layers of rock through this road cut. And so what happened here is what is referred to as a special type of metamorphism called pyrometamorphism. And that occurs when extremely high temperatures and low pressure exist, and that is commonly associated with coal seam fires, and that is what created this actual huge cross section. Here's what we're looking at of the geology of a coal seam fire. Those top layers up there were just cooked but not melted, but there's a lot of rock in here that got melted because of the extremely high temperatures, and it looks just like lava rock. You can see this seam of molten rock running through this boulder here. The other interesting part about this location is the variety of colors. Coal seam fires are not at all unusual, but generally they produce hues of red and brown, and those are the most common colors. However, as you can see here, this boulder just has an assortment of colors through it, as well as other areas have got a pretty pistachio green, like right in here. And this little spot right here has just got all kinds of color. It's got oranges, burnt orange, yellows, greens, some reds, just a whole assortment of colors. So this type of rock is commonly referred to as clinker rock, and the reason why it's called clinker rock is that when it has sort of a porcelain clink to it whenever it's banged against something, and therefore that's why it's called clinker rock. However, the technical and correct geologic name to this is Buchite, and again that refers to the kind of rock that we've got here that was produced by these extremely high temperatures. There's another cool area down in here. This stuff is extremely fragile, as you can see, but I'm going to spend the morning here collecting, because this makes some extremely nice, colorful specimens. These are specimens of Clinker rock, which is technically known as Buchite, and these came from a road cut near Castlegate, Utah. And the way that these were formed is the source of heat, instead of being a magma chamber like it ordinarily is in volcanic activity, these were formed by a coal seam fire that produced extremely high temperatures and heat to melt this rock to where it flowed and cooled through cracks and fissures in the host rock, which was originally a sedimentary deposit. And as you can see, these have got all the characteristics of a volcanic rock. The unusual part about this particular location is the assortment of colors. We've got pistachio greens, got grays, browns, gold, reds, oranges, a host of many different colors and textures. The other cool thing about these is some of the host rock, as you see right there in the orange and the cream colors, did not get melted. However, they got attached to the molted part of the rock. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but this particular formation formed about 85 million years ago. And it got exposed during a road construction. This deposit is exposed as a road cut, nearly probably in the neighborhood of about 75 feet high above the road level. And I've studied up on formations of this sort, and from what I can tell, this is the only spot in the United States where there is such a beautiful cross-section that shows the anatomy and the geology of a coal seam fire. And these specimens I collected about 3 months ago.